Live breaking news, Nez Nation. Kamala caught on a hot mic admitting this to Governor Gretchen Whitmer while they're having a beer at a bar in another fake photo op, video op moment. I'm going to share you that. And also, I've got something really interesting. Mayor Eric Adams from New York City was asked a question about what he thought of this constant, repulsive, malicious, bile-filled hate rhetoric that is being thrusted at President Trump. Wait till you hear what his response is. I think you're going to be surprised. But first, this isn't the only time that Kamala Harris has been caught on a hot mic and made to look exactly what she is, a fool. Remember this? This was back when Hurricane Helene first hit the southeast of the United States of America, and FEMA was holding a live Zoom meeting. President Biden was there, and Kamala Harris was caught saying this on a hot mic. Listen to this.
Flood, we really got to watch those areas and those communities. So it takes quite a while for that water to drain.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Ken, I have a question for you.
So if you missed that, she's such a fake. She's such a fraud. She has no understanding of anything. She recently admitted to Anderson Cooper in that sham disaster train wreck of a town hall that I may not know the answers. That means I got to research. Trump just did a 3-hour long, even Joe Rogan, who is a pretty accomplished athlete, Muay Thai boxer, kickboxer, said the guy is a machine. Like, he talked for 3 straight hours, didn't take a bathroom break, didn't even have a sip of water, and there was no teleprompter, no script, talked about history, talked about policy, talked about strategy, talked about American past, present, and future, accomplishments, issues, problems, the whole gamut. She is yelling at an aide, trying to cover her face. It's a live broadcast, because she doesn't have an original bone in her body. She is an absolute unequivocated fraud. But wait, that's not all, because the fraud is the fraud. And when she gets exposed, there's plenty of examples. This is Kamala Harris asking her aide what city she's in. This is so repulsive and cringe, especially when she transitions into her fake enthusiastic joy mode. Watch this. This is so disgusting.
Hey, Cleveland! It's Kamala!
Doesn't even know what city she's in. She has to ask her aide. She cannot function without cue cards, teleprompter, and the premeditated script that gets handed down from Obama, Clinton, Soros, and the entire cabal. This is not somebody who's fit for the highest office in the land. Okay, here is the moment that was caught on camera during a hot mic where Kamala Harris admits to Governor Gretchen Whitmer that she's doing terribly in the polls, especially with young men. It's going to be a little bit hard to hear, but the first thing she says is, we are losing traction with men in this race. Listen to this.
Listen to this. Everyone's trying to set me look at the background. Yeah. Oh, we have microphones and listening to everything. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. So, well,
You'll
now
bleep
you tell
my
us.
F words.
We just told all the family secrets. Shit. Anyway, it's good to see you.
Okay, so I'm going to play it for you one more time. So essentially what she says is, we're losing ground with men. And she's telling Gretchen Whitmer that before she admits, oh my gosh, there's microphones here. We're caught on camera. So let's play it one more time.
So, everyone's trying to set me look at the background. Yeah. Oh, we have microphones.
She says, yeah.
Listening to everything. I didn't realize that. Okay. So, well,
You'll
now
bleep
you tell
my
us.
F words.
We just told.
Gretchen Whitmer admits that she's been dropping F-bombs too. I found that a little bit weird and interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. You know me, I hate to follow polls. I hate to even mention them. But it's almost impossible to resist talking about the momentum of the Trump campaign. With all intents and purposes, if every single one of you watching this have already voted, plan to vote, please, God, vote like your lives depend on it, because it does There should be a result on November 5th that is favorable to our kids, our grandkids, and the future and prosperity of this glorious republic. Something that has given me many upsetting heartburn, chest pain, frustration, anger, vitriol, pretty much have just made me livid, is this constant, ceaseless, shameless, malicious, evil rhetoric coming from the radical left, not just Kamala, not just Tampon Tim, but from Corinna Jean-Pierre, from Biden, from Clinton, Hillary Clinton, even from President Obama, even from former President Bill Clinton. They know that they're losing. They know they have a sham candidate in there. There is nothing but desperation and panic when you have no substance, when you have no... Isn't it funny? They don't talk about policies. They don't defend their puppet candidate. All they do is attack. And they just don't attack with actual concrete examples or evidence or truth. They attack with bold-face lies. I mean, if you've ever been to a Trump rally, if you've ever met Trump, I've had many guests, many testimonies, many eyewitnesses have agreed and said, this guy is so loving. All the stories that I've posted, my goodness, of heartwarming, humanizing, amazing, exemplary stories about how this man has helped them. The story of the man in Jersey, in that Uniondale rally that I shared with you guys, beautiful story about Trump's father, without no media, with no news cameras, no papers around, paid for his entire tuition as a kid when his father passed away, and the amount of emotion he felt when he just conveyed how much he loves the Trump family, how bad and how wrongly the fake corrupt media has been covering him. It's just time and time again. So this Democratic cabal should know better. The consortium should know better. Shame on you, President Obama. You're smarter than that. Bill Clinton, shame on you. Even though you guys are liars, it's just unbelievable that nobody is stepping up and saying, this has got to stop. Well, I take a little bit of heart, and I hope you will too. Watch as Mayor Eric Adams, who is, a staunch Democrat, liberal, supporter of Kamala Harris, I'm sure. I don't know. After the indictment, I'm not so sure. I still think Biden might vote for Trump just out of spite. But listen to what he says when he's asked, what do you think about all this Hitler-esque description that's been the onslaught on President Trump? Watch this.
Hi, Mr. Mayor. I wondered if I could ask you about any communications you've been having with the Trump campaign about this rally or otherwise, and if you believe, as others have said, that the former president is a fascist.
You know, I have been had those terms hurled at me by some political leaders in the city, using terms like Hitler and fascist. My answer is no. I know what Hitler has done, and I know what a fascist regime looks like. I think, as I've called over and over again, that the level of conversation, I think we could all dial down the temperature. And I've heard people say that the former president should not be able to have a rally in Madison Square Garden. I strongly disagree. This is America. This is New York. And I think it's important that we allow individuals to exercise their right to get their message clear to New Yorkers. And our job as a city and as a police department is to make sure they can do that in a peaceful way. I think that we must be extremely cautious. The heat we turn up today, pre-election, is going to have to be the heat we're going to have to govern it. And I think we need to show a level of respectable communication. And so when people called me fascist and other terminologies, I didn't like it. And I don't think it's fitting to anyone to state that the former president is equal to being Hitler. I just think that this is a city where we have the largest Jewish population. Anti-Semitism is on a rise nationally. We need to do everything we can to push back on that level of anti-Semitic tone and anti-Semitic issues that we're facing in the city. Let's have a safe, fair, democratic process and show the globe how we're able to do it correctly.
You know, it's one thing to fight for your candidates, one thing to politically get in the arena and duke it out and show the world that you're in it to win it. I get it. But when you're spreading just bold, outright, unequivocal, unsubstantiated, purely false narratives and false stories about your candidate, I mean, enough is enough. And I got to commend Mayor Eric Adams there. And I wish that you would actually, I'm talking to you, radical left, I wish you would actually tell me and give me one good reason besides saying Trump, besides saying she's not Trump, besides saying everything that has to do with what she's not. Who is she? What does she stand for? What's she going to do? I don't even think she likes America, let alone loves America. What can she possibly do to help me, to help fellow Americans be able to afford gas, afford groceries, feel safe, have security, actually feel like she can perhaps negotiate in a real leadership quality acumen with some of the fiercest foes the world has ever seen? Why don't you talk about that? Everything is about negation, what she's not. But the sad fact is, we don't know who she is. And with all the fake accents and with all the flip-flopping on fracking, on the border, on security, everything, there's still, and we're only 9 days away, there's still no clear-cut picture. Think about that, my fellow Americans. There still isn't a clear understanding, a clarification of who is Kamala Harris and what she stands for and what she's going to do. The only thing they're hoping, the only thing that they're running on their platform is she's not Trump. That's not enough. We all know she's not Trump. That's why everybody's going to be voting for Trump. So I hope that the Democrats really take this huge, ginormous L and just shove it up on the bulletin board and look at it every single day. Because the way that you ran this campaign, the way that you ousted somebody who actually earned the right to be there and who's obviously showing a lot of animosity towards you guys lately, should be a huge life learned lesson for you guys. Because if you ever want to get the White House again, if you ever want to get control of the government, even though you've had 12 of the last 16 years, you're going to have to come up with an entirely different 180-degree plan. It's got to be the exact opposite. So take this L, shove it down your throat, and hopefully in 2028, you got something a lot better. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this. I would love to get your thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't already, check out these videos. Subscribe and follow by tapping my face right there. Sign up for our free newsletter. It's free in the pinned comment, show notes, and description. And as always, may God bless you, and may God bless America. I'll see you soon.